The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Africans, we so much believe in democracy, and we think that this is the only way that we can have our freedom. Now, our eyes are open, but a lot of us are still sleeping because we are still in love with democracy, which is a system that we have seen leaders rule and did nothing. According to this Egyptian woman, democracy is an illusion, that there is no democratic leader. Is it Trump? Is it Macron? Which of them? There is no democratic leader in this world. All the people we see parading themselves that they are democratic, are actually not democratic. They are using the system to exploit people, to keep people under control so that they will have upper hand on them. We have to wake up from this belief that democracy is what is going to change the narrative, because for decades Africans, we have practiced the system and yet nothing good came out of it. That is the reason to which our all in all, the savior, the protector, the unifier, the messiah, the king of kings, the most loved, Captain Ibrahim Traore, told us that we are not in a democratic era but in a revolutionary era. According to her, these people are so scared of the power of the people. So in order for them to keep us under control, they have to bring this narrative. We have to wake up and know that democracy is a system that these people are using to control all of us.
You know, colonial powers and imperialist powers, they prefer a religious Islamic revolution rather than a socialist revolution. There is no democratic president in the world. I say truly. Who is the democratic president? Trump? Obama? Who is here in Britain? We should be clear. Democracy is an illusion. We cannot have democracy in a capitalist, imperialist, patriarchal system, religious system.
Why not?
Because this is, they want money. Because if you remove religion and capitalism and imperialism, then you will have socialism. And then no government will be there, you know. They are afraid of the real power of the people. You cannot have democracy, because what is democracy? Democracy is real freedom.
But if you believe that none of these democracies are democracies, why do the people live with it?
Because people are oppressed. People are not organized. We are prevented from organizing. That's the key point. When I was an individual writer, even if I become famous and star, they allow me, but not to organize. The minute I started to organize women and men, I became a danger. You are not organized here. The people here are not organized.
But nobody is stopping organization here.
But they stop it.
No government is going to come and lock you up or kill you in Britain, are they?
But in a subtle way. I know the American way. You cannot organize in the U.S.
Why? What will happen?
Because the government will stand in front of you. You cannot end capitalism. You can't have a socialist revolution in the U.S. You can't.
Maybe there aren't enough people.
They kill you.
But maybe there aren't enough people who want a socialist revolution.
The people doesn't want socialist revolution.
Do you think there are many socialists in America?
Many people. The majority of people, all my friends there are socialists. They are against Trump. You know how millions of people were marching against Trump and they couldn't do anything? Why? Why people were marching in millions against Trump and against the war in Iraq and even against the war in Palestine? Everywhere, but they didn't stop anything. Why?
So what is your message to all these people? How should they try to change the world?
Two things: to organize and to re-educate people, to make people aware. Because people are brainwashed by the media, by education. People don't know. When I was a professor in America, my students who were graduates, because I visited teaching graduates, they didn't know anything about politics. They are not educated. They have technology, but not educated. So you need to make people aware, to re-educate them, or to unteach them to unteach them, to eradicate the very traditional bad education. That's creativity. That's what I was teaching. Creativity to me, and dissident creativity, was to unteach people so that they will start to know their rights, men and women, and to organize.
Do you think you have to pick your battles?
To what?
Choose the battles. So you've talked about the patriarchy, you've talked about capitalism, you talk about religious oppression. Can you fight all these three fronts at the same time, or do you need to pick them off one by one?
You need to be aware, number one, because splitting makes us ignorant. Education is based on splitting reality. You know, in compartments, they divide our head. You put here religion, and here gender, and here medicine, and here history. That's why we end by knowing nothing. But creativity is to unite, to link. And now they encourage this social media, which really fragment people. They want to fragment people.
Why do you think social media fragments people?
Because they are alone, they are prisoned. They don't meet.
Doesn't it help people organize?
Sometimes the Facebook and the Twitter and all this help to collect people, but not to make them aware. You know, it's a very difficult job. It's difficult and needs commitment that people should not be just oriented to the benefit of the family, of the biological family. We are trained to be our self-interest, our children, the family. That's why they preach the family, the moral code of the family. The family. When you go to the States, you hear the president speaking about the family. The family. The family is worshipped. The family, and you have. So everybody is working hard and fighting to feed the children on the self-oriented family, but not to open for the society and to have a socialistic organization. No, this is not happening. We can talk about it, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Are you very pessimistic then?
No, I am not. I'm not. Who said? I don't look.
Well, because you say it's not going to happen and it can't happen.
No, it can happen, but we need awareness, and we need to struggle together.
Do you believe you will see it?
I am very optimistic, because hope is power. I don't believe in pessimism at all. When I was in prison, I was very much hopeful. And in the worst situation, I never lose hope. So we need to continue the struggle global and local, because we cannot fight alone in Egypt. It is a universal battle. Universal battle. But it has to start locally. And then to link. I am very fond of the word link, connection.
Is this a perpetual struggle?
Is it what?
A perpetual struggle.
Yes.
So, in that case, will it ever actually happen? Will the world you want to see
it will come.
Ever change? When?
It will come. Well, I don't care about when. If you look to history, you cannot say when. History is history, you know, and life is changing. And we are now much better than 100 years ago. Look at history, and then you will be hopeful. You will be very optimistic if you look to history. Yeah.
That is why they make sure they praise the people that are in the system. And through that, they are able to exploit any nation that they want. And that is why they are imposing and forcing people and fighting against leaders who are not practicing that system. Because these leaders are out of their control. They are out of their reach. And these people do not want it that way. And it's high time we, the youth, realize it. Sometimes when I go through the comment section, you see people even saying that the information we bring out is negative, because we are not preaching democracy that they have been taught that is the best form of system or governance. which you have seen in Africa for decades, that we have practiced this system and nothing is coming out of it. Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso just left within 2 years. We are seeing significant improvement. That is why Captain Ibrahim Traore told us that these people will go after you. They will threaten you. Look at what we have done to this person. Look at when you decide to move away from their system. According to Professor Lumumba, Africans decided to fight for freedom. But the mistake that we made is for us to continue to be holding on to the system of these people. And this is what is making Africa not to develop. And this system will never give us the freedom we are looking for. And that is the reason to which Africa is still where it is for all these years. We will never make any headway. There will never be any change in Africa if we continue to be holding on to the system. So whatever they do is to keep the African backwards under that system. So in order for you to be programmed so that they can have control over you, they impose democracy on you. And they make sure they teach us this thing and we grow and love it. Then they paint the other form of governance bad. Like when we're rising up, the way they told us about coups and other things. But what we are seeing today in Africa, there are coups that no single person lost his or her life. But under that democratic system, we are seeing that during elections, a lot of people lose their lives. But because we have been programmed, we don't even reason beyond that, and we still believe in the system because we think, and they are preaching that same system to us through their media houses. So it is difficult for you to even see the truth and recognize it. So when the truth is finally given to you, you see it to be lies because we believe in whatever we have studied in school. But Robert Kiyosaki said, everything you know, the opposite is the case when it comes to education. We are being programmed. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa and in Egypt.